We've also been joined by a friend of mine, a fellow New Yorker, a congressman I've known for a long time, and that's Tom Suozzi, who's been a tireless advocate for working people. And people all over the country were excited when he was able to take back his congressional seat. And while Tom is, I believe, while Tom is here with us today, his successor and predecessor is in court, scheduled to plead guilty to all sorts of charges. So Tom has always been there for working people. He championed the PRO Act. He worked hard to secure a fix for multi-employer pension plans. He helped negotiate the Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act and was very, very active in the Labor Caucus while serving as one of its co-chairs. And Tom, I'll pose to you the same questions that we just heard answered.
Thank you, Stuart. Let's hear for Stuart Applebaum.
Yay!
So I'm Tom Suozzi from New York, and it's true, in February, I flipped the seat from red to blue. And I was in Congress for 6 years. I decided I would run for governor of New York in a Democratic primary. I got my ass kicked, so I was out of politics. But the guy who ran for my seat and won became a famous figure. His name is George Santos. So he got kicked out of Congress. I ran again, and I won in my special election, thanks in large part to labor. And as Stuart mentioned, today, George Santos is being sentenced. He's pleading guilty, and he's probably going to go to jail. We'll see what's going to happen. And let me just say that we've got a big job to do, okay? Number one is the Republicans under Trump have tried to make a play for working families. They've tried to convince people that they're for working people. And they're like pickpockets. Hassan? They're like pickpockets. You know what a pickpocket does? One person comes in and they bump into you, and they push you. And when they push you, their partner picks your pocket. So they're trying to get everybody excited about everything they can think of, whether it's like transgender, or they're trying to get you excited about the border, or they're trying to get you excited about Gaza. They're trying to get everybody mad, get mad, you're yelling, you're screaming, you're upset, and then they refuse to increase the minimum wage from $7.25 an hour. They refuse to support the PRO Act. They refuse to give more power to the NLRB. They refuse to do the things that are necessary for us to move working men and women forward. So we look at our country's history. I'm 62 this year. In the 1980s, we were all worried about Japan and Germany taking over the car industry. You remember that? Who was around for that, okay? Japan and Germany are going to take over everything. And we changed in America. As a matter of fact, the Business Roundtable put out a press statement just today. And what they did is they changed from the old days when they said, okay, the job of a company, a corporation, is to worry about its shareholders, but it's also supposed to worry about its employees, and it's also supposed to worry about the community it's in. And they changed back in 1980s, and they said, we're just going to worry about our shareholders. No more worrying about the employees, no more worrying about the community we're from. Remember the movie Wall Street with Michael Douglas? And he makes a speech. He says, greed is good. Greed is good. It's all about whatever we can do to make money, that's all that matters. And the other movie, Pretty Woman, you remember that movie with Richard Gere and Julia Roberts? Okay, he's going to buy the company from the old guy, and he's going to sell everything off. But all these people are going to lose their jobs. Man, we're going to make a lot of money. But we're going to leave behind our big factory. But we're going to make a lot of money. That's what happened in America. We made a lot of money from the 1980s till now. The Dow Jones has gone up over 2,000%. The gross domestic product has gone up over 1,000%. But workers' wages have gone up by less than 20%. We haven't shared the wealth we have created in America with the people who go to work every day. We haven't shared the wealth with the working men and women that make this country work. So the reason we support labor so much is because that's what America is about. It's supposed to be a basic deal. I'll work hard. In return for working hard, I make enough money so I can have a good life. I don't care whether you're a right-wing conservative or a progressive, you should believe In return for working hard, I get to make enough money so I can buy a house, educate my kids, have health insurance, and retire one day without being scared. That's what unions are all about. And that's why this panel and all of you and all of us in the Democratic Party support unions. That's why President Joe Biden supported unions more than any other president we've seen in a long, long time. And that's why Kamala Harris is going to support unions like we've never seen before. So we've got to convince, getting the leadership of labor, they're with us a lot, Democrats. We got to get the members, all the members, to recognize that the Democrats are the way forward for this country and for labor. We got to win, and when we win, we got to get into Congress, and we got to fight for the different things we've been talking about. Okay, thanks very much, everybody.